this one's gonna be, the chat will be on, but only, for a while. And this is a 1992 movie starring the late Rutger Hauer and Alistair Duncan. Split Second. He's seen the future, now he has to kill it. Yeah, it's basically the Venom creature from Spider-Man, if you think about it. And this is the only one of the only releases of the movie. I think it has a Blu-ray, but no special edition. It's a shame because this movie's underrated. Let's get started. It's about 90 minutes long. I haven't seen this movie in years. Some HBO video. They don't even make DVDs anymore. They used to make VHS and DVDs back in the day. They made I think a VHS of Godzilla versus Biollante back before the DVD and Blu-ray. So, a challenge film. Yeah, this is a challenge because the film takes place in the UK, and I'm not a big fan of them. London in 2008. Again, that already happened. After 40 days and nights of torrential rain, the city is largely submerged below water, a result of the devastating effects of continued global warming. The warnings ignored for decades have now resulted in undreamed of levels of pollution where day has become almost endless night. That didn't happen in 2008, by the way. Good music, by the way. Rutger Hauer, may he rest in peace. I miss him a lot. Split Second. Timing. Kim Cattrall, yeah. Canadian, actually. Neil Duncan. I thought it was Alistair Duncan. Maybe it's his brother. Peter Postlethwaite, may he rest in peace. Roberta Eaton and Michael J. Pollard as the rat catcher. No, not the one from Suicide Squad. Another one. I thought it was Alistair Duncan. No, it's Neil Duncan. Wrong Duncan. My bad. Eat my apple. This is one of the few roles Rutger Hauer's not the villain. I mean, you got the front cover. Neil Duncan's not even in the front cover. There's no American actors in this movie. That's why this will never be remade today. Because non-American movies have not done well this year, except for anime. Anime did really well this year in 2025. Because they know what people want. Anime is visually interesting. Anime is not boring. Anime has tons of storytelling, visual storytelling without preaching. They showed, they don't tell. Oh, damn it. I'll put the earplugs in here. That's what sucks about not having a wastebasket in this room. I have to get one. Put it in that corner over there. Dogs. Rottweilers. I think that is Alistair Stunken. They just called him Neil. Let me see if that is him. Hold on. Duncan. For some reason, they called him Neil Duncan in this movie. But it's Alistair Duncan. Yeah, the same guy that was in Tower of Terror, the movie from the 90s. He did the voice of Alfred in some Batman projects. That's him. So it's the same actor. I knew it. He's like 69 years old now. He wasn't the original voice of Alfred in the 90s cartoon. It was the later Batman cartoons. Why does that Asian woman have a British accent? Again, it's the UK. What can I say? I'm not expecting anything. Hey, look, it's Cynthia Erivo. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. Get it? Excuse me. While Rutger Hauer doesn't have an accent, he's from the Netherlands. He was Dutch. Man, I miss him. I miss him a lot, man. Blade Runner is one of the best movies Ridley Scott ever made. Some Dutch people don't have accents. They sound just like us. Look at Famke Janssen. She doesn't sound like, you know, European. She didn't go to Comic-Con. She canceled. There it is. Troops. Yes, dog, I agree. So yeah, at least my reactions are quick and easy. Which one is... I think this is the one that... Jiggly, yeah. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. It's the creature. Wow. It's a ton of gore. Good practical effects again. No CGI in this movie, and this was in the 90s. When Terminator 2 had come out a year before this and had tons of CGI in it. But it looked good. It still looks good compared to some of the CG we got this year. I'm back. Wink, wink. Black Brits, yeah, we see that a lot now, because they appropriated that lifestyle. That's why. Puppy, puppy. Follow the trail of blood. No, don't care about a kiss. I didn't say it. There he is. He's dressed like a bounty hunter, like Lobo. Yeah. He said police, and yeah, he treats Neil Duncan like crap for the whole movie. And this is still better than a lot of monster movies that came out the last 10 years, where it's all about you know, the character, the humans, and not the monsters, unfortunately. They thought the year 2000 something was the future. No, because this year already happened. 2008 was a good year compared to this year. It was an alien, not a serial killer. It's basically a Venom. If this had a bigger budget, this would have been a better movie than Venom from 2018. At least this movie's short. That's something that Bringerton has not. Episodes of that are almost an hour long, and I'm like, why? Because it's just people talking. There's no action. This and Free Jack was predicting the future, and I'm like, yeah, but there are years that already passed. Like Terminator was smart to make it 2029 because that year hasn't happened yet. So at least that is the future. That's in about 4 years, but we're getting there. Three when we get to 2026, but saying the year is 2008 or 2007, it already happened, guys. I've lived through it. I know. I filmed it. I was there. I was there in the 2000s. I lived through it, or I wouldn't be here today. I survived the year 2000 to 2009, and trust me, those weren't the easiest years either, even though they were easy compared to the COVID years of 2020 to 2025. At least I could go outside without a mask back then. At least I was in school. Rest in peace, Pete. You've seen him before. He was in Lost World, Jurassic Park, and James and the Giant Peach, and a bunch of other stuff. See, we lost the good actors, and now we got mediocre British actors in Hollywood, like Joseph Quinn and The Hobo and Emily Blunt. Yeah, no thanks, guys. I've suffered through them already. I don't want to suffer through them anymore. And the Turkey and Vanessa Kirby. I'm sick of them. They all sound the same. They sound like robots with no souls. They might as well be AI instead. I miss you, Rugger Hauer. His acting was just fantastic. Even in his worst movies, the man, he was a legend. He was a living legend, man. Now he's gone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like Mortal Kombat. Alistair is a good actor. I'm not going to say he's bad because he's actually Scottish, but he did good as Alfred and also in the Tower of Terror movie from '97. I thought he did fine. He's not the main character. Kirsten Dunst and Steve Guttenberg are the main characters. You know who else can do a good British accent? Ewan McGregor. He's Scottish, not British, but I love him as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I like The Island. I think that's underrated. I like them in Robots and Jack the Giant Killer Slayer. That is not a cannon. It's it's a big gun. It's a handgun. It's not a cannon. It's much bigger than that. This movie does have a sense of humor. 15 minutes in. Actually, it is. Compared to some of the British garbage we get today, this is not pretentious and highbrow. And we're talking like this and drinking tea. I hate that. I can't stand that. I only drink iced tea, guys. I only drink hot tea if I'm sick. Okay? I don't drink hot tea. I don't care about tea. Tea does nothing for me. They are? That's a good question. Hold on. At all? See, he's a rebel like me. I'm not known for following rules, guys. I only follow the rules of of the road and the law. You know, I don't break the law. But if people try to tell me what to do, what I'm doing wrong, then I tell them like it is. This is good stuff. Like this movie is, it's got its moments. Because unlike some recent franchises that are like 2.5 hours, this is only an hour and 31 minutes. No British movies that short now. Now they have to be 2 hours because they're up their own anus. That's why. They they can't be two. They can't be an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes. Everything's got to be long and talky. The Gherkin. See, he treats him like crap for the whole movie. I get it though. Trust me, if I had to work with some British dude, I'll treat him. I will treat him like he has a disease or something. Because I'm not a fan of them. They appropriate everything and ruin my franchises. They rip people off. Karen's Scottish, not British. That's only a technicality. There's the dog again. Hello. Can you get out of here, stickers? I don't know why this chat has to have stupid stickers. Q&A stickers. I gotta shut that off. This music is really good. It sounds like Terminator. It's not Terminator though. Who did the music for this movie? Uh, Stephen Parsons and Francis Haynes. Yeah, they did the music. They did a good job because it's got that futuristic Terminator vibe. The first one, not the sequel. The sequel was like way more high budget than this. Because that was I don't know what year that takes place. The second Terminator. It was filmed in the 90s, but it I don't know what year it took place. Because in the original, it starts in 2029, which is coming up. And I know Salvation was 2027, which is also coming up in 2 years. It's weird. They think that that's the future. They should go to like the year 3000, because that year will never happen. Not in my lifetime. Or 2121, something like that. Not 2000, whatever, because we've been through it already. We're already a quarter of a century into this decade. You know, into the to a quarter of a century in. A quarter. I made it through a quarter of this century. 25 years. Mm-hmm. Even though the 21st century started in 2001, but... Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's like the Valentine's Day killer from, what's it called? My Bloody Valentine. This movie's underrated. If you never heard of it, I'm like, yeah. It's one of those films that didn't get a big budget, like Terminator 2. Look at that rat. Don't worry, that was not a real rat. It was an animatronic. I had to kill a rat last year too. Not, I know I don't like them. They're disgusting. I had to throw it in the garbage. I had to catch it. My dad caught it in a box, and I threw it in the park. It was trying to get out. I'm like, no, you're not gonna get out. You caused me so much misery last year. What is it? Blood. Footsteps. Scorpio. Because if this was done today, they would have gotten like Benedict Cumberbatch and somebody else who can't act, like Joseph Quinn or something. I'm like, yeah, that didn't work for him either. He did that movie with Olivia Colman and nobody saw. The Roses or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Hmm. I think Alistair, what he does, he plays the straight man really well. That's why I don't hate him in this movie, because I'm like, if this was Joseph Quinn, I'd be like, no, he's bug-eyed and just crazy. Those are clear rats, yeah, mutant rats because of the pollution. Beware rats, yeah, there were a lot of rats last year. Ow. Well, I gotta take my B12. Let me do that. The doctor said I needed more B12, and I gotta do that. Mm-mm. There we go. I took the B12. This is still up to date, right? Yeah, until April. But that'll be gone by April. Like, I just gotta get another bottle. He's brushing his teeth in the bathroom. They're like Deadpool and Wolverine. Get it? Zip up. I didn't know. Well, he's gone, so we don't have to worry about him. It's a creature. Yeah, it has teeth, so it's not a human being. It's an alien. It looks like Venom. It really does. That was Lex Luger. Yeah. There's Kim Cattrall, finally, 29 minutes into the movie. She wasn't doing Sex City yet. That was 98, not 92. 2005. That was the year I went to college. Let me lie down. I think I've earned it. She has a brunette wig. See, no accent either because she was born in Canada. She was raised in Canada. which is fine. I prefer that country 100 times over Britain because the people there are friendlier and they didn't start wars with us, and also they don't sound drunk. They don't compare when they say a boot compared to like no, I can't deal with it. It hurts. Yeah, because I wish she was not so hard to get along with. Because with Cattrall, I heard the stories with her on the set of Sex and the City. Her and Sarah Jessica Parker did not get along. I get it though. Tensions. I get it, guys. I've had that in college for with some of the productions I worked on. Not everybody was my friend, except for Little Shop, which was my favorite show I worked on. Most of the rest of the shows after that were like a lot of crew members that were not friendly at all, and they were just, you know, screwing around. Yeah, I feel like I'm watching this for the first time because it's been years since I've seen this. But it's perfect, you know. It's a creature feature. It's the day before Halloween. It's raining outside, so I wasn't going anywhere. Pigeon. How could someone so attractive be so hard to work with? Some people just got an ego. They don't leave it at the door. I leave my ego at the door the moment that I start any production. Because, like I said, we all have our disagreements. Trust me, I know. It's the same hair she had in Police Academy. I think she had that hair, and in Porky's, the first Porky's. Those are real pigeons. They're not CGI. Mm-hmm. We're 34 minutes in, and I like the suspense of keeping the creature a mystery until you see it in the second half of the film. It looks good too. It's a guy in a suit. It looks great compared to some of that CG Venom that didn't even have the symbol on him. That's how disrespectful Sony was, that character. They didn't even have the gall to give him that spider symbol on his chest, which is what he has, guys. If you've seen any comic with Venom, he has a spider symbol on his chest because he hates Spider-Man. But when Spider-Man's not there, what we're gonna do now? Just make him a goofy knockoff Freddy Krueger in space. That's all he is, with a grunge voice. Here's a picture of her. Flashback. Again, They think flashbacks are in black and white, even though I've had flashbacks and they're not in black and white. That's a misconception. It is not in black and white, guys. Unless you're colorblind, and I'm not. Like the pigeons on his head. It really is on his head. Remember Home Alone 2, which came out the same year as this, that was a huge hit? That the pigeons were on the lady's head and her shoulders. See, it's a real bird, yeah. I see them all the time. They're gonna fly south for the winter soon, in about a month. And the bears are gonna sleep all winter because, they hibernate. That's what I'm doing today. I'm hibernating. I'm not leaving the house because it's raining outside. I do that when it rains heavy or when it snows heavy and I don't feel like going outside. I hibernate. You spelled high wrong. It's backwards. It's H-I, not I-H. That's eh. Eh. So I pet that fake wig. Eee. Girls love to be petted on the head. Like this. No views because some people have never heard of this movie. Spidey can't say, this is one of my favorite movies. I don't think you've seen this one, Spidey. Unless you look real hard. When I found this at a thrift store, I was like, what? They have this? I gotta get it. He's sleeping in the cop car. And Rutger Hauer's character smokes a lot in this movie. I don't do it. I want to keep my lungs clean. Nobody looks good with damaged lungs or anything else. He woke him up. Yeah, that'll wake you up. Hearing the police siren in the middle of the night like that. I hate when that happens. Woo, woo, because it's the same all over the world. You hear that siren, and I'm like, oh my god, just somebody kill it. Oh man. No, I couldn't. I can't. I can't walk 5 miles in the morning. I usually do it in the afternoon or at night. Police. Yes, I know who it is. Yeah. No, it's not. I don't like to be touched by another man. Usually, especially rubbed. No. Shake hands is fine. Fist bump is fine. Maybe a hug, but I don't like people grabbing me or massaging me if it's not a woman because I like a woman's touch better. They have softer hands and gentler hands. Usually, they don't have rugged hands. Chocolates in the shape of a heart. That's romantic. She's a beautiful woman. Why would you be such a pain to work with? That's a bar. Did they serve breakfast in that bar? 'Cause I don't drink. I never drank in my life. When it comes to when I go to uh, places that have bars, I usually avoid the bars like Applebee's or Red Robin or something like that. I don't comics. Yeah, oh, I miss Comic Con. It's only been a couple of weeks, but I miss it. I need to go to another convention like real soon, or I'm gonna go nuts. What is that? I don't know what that is. POV shot from the creature's point of view. Please. I don't put salt on my eggs because I wanna watch my sodium content. 'This creature breathes heavy. I was born in January, so Capricorn. Even though I don't believe in the stars can't predict the future. They just shine in the sky. 43 minutes. We're about halfway through the movie. It's a pretty fast-paced movie. It doesn't slow down. If this was Bringerton, we wouldn't have gotten to the first kiss until like an hour into this episode. Yeah. I miss movies like this that told a story. They weren't preaching about feminism. They weren't dragging the movie out with subplots and too many flashbacks. It was one flashback, not 14. Hmm. Beautiful body. Again, what is there to be? There's nothing to be ashamed of. The female anatomy is a work of art. Yep, he wants meat. It's a carnivore. A nod to Psycho. Them. Harley Davidson on the wall. Yeah, that was very popular in the 90s. The motorcycles are pretty cool. I've never been on one of them because I don't want to get hurt. That's what that's what killed this guy, the guy from the Gen 5. He passed away because he had a motorcycle accident. He should have taken a plane. Not me. I will never drive a motorcycle to Toronto. I will fly there in a safe airline than risk my life and my well-being. That was a good stunt. Really good stunt. Got shot out of the window like a cannon hit him. The creature the creature can use guns. That's something Venom can't even do. Because he's too busy making wisecracks and being stupid. See, they show the creature's fingers. All that blood. There's almost so much. There's so much gore here. It looks like an episode of Invincible. Yeah, just like the best of them. I get it. Hmm. The shock is too much. The shock was too much for him. Hey, how would you feel if you went into a bathroom and it was covered in blood all over the wall? Like I said, invincible. Those blue eyes, man. I miss them. Another flashback. The water. There it is. I'm sorry, that was laughable. I was like, "Ah," and he wakes up. Yeah, I don't know why. That's just hilarious to me. This movie has a mix of good horror moments and some comedic moments that are unintentionally funny. You just assaulted a man. You could get years in prison for that. Kisses. And this look, they would take it in The Matrix and Underworld and all these other films where they have a leather jacket and black shirt clothes. Even Blade did that a few years after this, the first Blade. It's a cool look, but they just oversaturated that in the late 90s and the early 2000s. After The Matrix, I'm like, just stop. Stop with the leather jackets and the black clothes. You're just stealing from better films. Because once I did it in Underworld, I'm like, yeah, Kate Beckinsale doesn't look cool in a leather jacket and latex. I'm sorry. Give me Scarlett Johansson any day in that, or the always gorgeous Heather Stevens, whose birthday's next week. So Josh knows what I'm gonna do for her. Oh yeah, I'm doing a podcast for one of her movies that she's doesn't star in, but that she's has a cameo in. I put her on a pedestal because that's what she deserves. Let's face it, she's one of the most gorgeous women to ever live and will ever live. If it wasn't for people like her, Karen wouldn't have a career because she was a redhead that made an impact. If you're a film buff like me, we're almost an hour in. We're 53 minutes in. It's very fast paced. I like the mystery of the creature, and I like the look of the film. I like the main two actors are really good. The UK thing, this could have been in Canada or the US or even like France or something, but the UK, it's the one thing that bothers me from the beginning because I'm like, it doesn't even look like London. It looks like an underground city in like in California or something. Rat. And I like that it's not PG-13, which is good because this movie wouldn't work if it was like censored. You can't do a post-apocalyptic future in London and make it like PG-13. It would be neutered. Look at Children of Men, but that movie's depressing. This movie at least is fun. It's entertaining. It's not depressing. It the predator doesn't take the heart; it takes the spinal cord. Oh, Rugger, you're with a man now. Seriously, never boring. All the dead bodies. That heart beating, it's pretty suspenseful. I don't see people at Comic Con dress up like that unless they're Blade or the Terminator or the Punisher or something like that. But I never see people dress up as Arga Hauer's character. I guess because this movie's too obscure. Well, I'd say this: if Alistair Duncan ever goes to Comic Con, can sign this for me or Tower of Terror because he's in that. Because he doesn't sound drunk. Half of these Brits nowadays, they either sound bored out of their minds or they're drunk. Yeah. That's funny. Again, unintentional comedy. And don't move or you're dead. That's hilarious, man. He put a gun at an innocent man that didn't do anything. For you. For you. For you. It's on the roof. There it is. See the creature? Yeah, they show it from a distance. You never get a good look of it until the third act. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bigger guns. Also, I like that they don't use pronouns here. It's an it because it's a creature. It doesn't have genitalia. It's just a creature. Mm-hmm. I've heard that one before. That probably tastes good. You shouldn't smoke. It's bad for you. And also, don't share cigarettes or weed with anybody because again, contamination. A BFG. Wink, wink. If you play Doom, you'll get that reference. He's trigger happy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 650 rounds a minute. Think about that. You can kill an army of deer with that. Not that I'm against animal cruelty. I'm just saying like it's just a metaphor, guys. Yeah, they didn't sign the papers. So you, it's like uh, Alistair Duncan's character goes through a transformation in the third act. He's like, I'm gonna blow this thing's head off. What have you done to him? Yeah, something got into him. It's like me at Comic Con. Something got into me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Again, this is a fun movie, man. Yeah, I know. N- no, no, that's not. That's a myth. It's a alien. It's an alien. It's not what they said. It's just a metaphor, guys. This isn't End of Days, which is way more darker than this movie. It's not funny at all. It's like much more, supernatural. Ooh, there's a heart in there. I'm gonna open a fridge that has a heart in there. No, thank you, sir. I saw Jason Goes to Hell. Remember when they ate Jason's heart, his beating heart, and ooh. He just threw a human heart out the window. Ugh. So the bite marks is good makeup effects. I think he laughed for real because it looked like a real laugh. See, the movie's not as miserable as it has a dark subject matter, but it has a sense of humor too. Yeah, we're in the third act of the movie. I wish you could have seen the creature more. There's a heavy breathing again. We are Venom. Hmm. Um, Big guns, man. Rats. Those are real rats. None of them were harmed on the set. That rat that he killed earlier was an animatronic. It wasn't a real rat. Because no animals are harmed in this movie or any post-apocalyptic movies. They can't harm animals because I don't like when they do that. We're 70 minutes in, so we're almost done. That's what a rat sounds like. There's a creature's claws. You missed. Again, that's a prop. It's not really a rat. It's marked you. It's a good practical effect, too. The rat catcher who comes late into the movie. Ooh. The rat catcher is not a. I think he's the only American actor in the movie, and he shows up at the end. This guy comes so late into the movie, and yeah, they should have introduced him a lot sooner. But the main cast is not American, so mostly. I know, right? Here we go, third act battle. More rats. So there was a pothole. A pothole. He fell right into the water. This is a fun movie. I got to see it again. I hadn't seen it in years. It's a perfect movie to do a podcast for in October. Those guys are dead. A scream. There's the creature. You finally see the creature. 82 minutes into the movie. They will not do this today. They would either show the creature in the first 5 minutes or the first 30 minutes. Because people can't keep it, secret for very long. But the movie's almost over, so. If this had a bigger budget, I think they would have showed the creature more. Like the Pumpkinhead creature, they show it way more than this creature. That's why they had a franchise. This didn't. Pumpkinhead had 3 sequels, even though only the second one is decent. The third and the fourth one are terrible TV movies, so they're not as good as the first one. Uh-oh. Not... Yep, it's right behind you. There's the creature. We finally see it. Look at those nails. Vecna will be proud. No, not my glasses. I need those. I won't look cool without them. There's tension, though, because, it's really there. This is not CGI. I'm gonna grab your heart. He's going to do like Kano from Mortal Kombat. Dude, the creature looks good. It looks way better than Venom. Again, another good stunt. Yeah, that train is blown up. And this is still better than Alien 3, because it's not as miserable as that. She finally does something in the movie, because, Kim Cattrall's not an action star, so they knew they just give her one thing to do at the end. She's fine in the movie. I wish she was in it more, but, busy schedule and all that. There's the creature again, yeah. This creature's hard to kill, man. I'm gonna squeeze you. Yeah, of course it has the xenomorph mouth. It does look like Venom. And a xenomorph. Yep, I got your heart now. Your alien heart. That's chilling, that screaming. Yep, we got him. They got him now. The beating heart. Again, really good practical effects in this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you should definitely watch it, at least online. It's nowhere to stream, because this movie is very hard to find. If you could find it on streaming. See it, because it's worth your time. They don't make monster movies like this anymore. Now they're overly long and too explaining. They have to explain too much. Oh yeah, it's toast. Oh, it's dead in the movie. Dead in the water. No sequel bait ending for you. Harley Stone. That was a fun movie. Yeah, that was Split Second. It's a fun movie. Oh, black magic that you reap so well. Those icy fingers down my spine. The same old witchcraft when you're mine. Yeah, that song was in the Nutty Professor, the original. It's a fun movie. I say watch it at least once. It's underrated. You know, one of the most underrated creature features of the '90s. Definitely, it got overlooked by other movies because more people saw Alien 3 than this movie, and that movie's terrible because it's unfinished. This movie at least was finished, but it's underrated. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow on All Hallows Eve. I will be doing the Giant Claw to end October before we get to November. So see you guys then.